And prayer we must this very evening and always going forward. And I will pray in the language of heaven, because Chukwukika Abiyama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable Zoological Republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwukika Abiyama onye na-efewe n'aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebere ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro, iwe nye anyị ndụ n'ala nke dị ndụ n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọ bụ naanị aka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị, nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-etoghị, wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbagba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-etoghị, wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remain blessed. Remember, in this channel, we discuss the issues that have to concern the indigenous people of Nigeria. Every indigenous tribe in the continent called Nigeria are under occupation in the hand of the Fulani Janjaweed. They are the one in control. They have been occupying the indigenous land for a very long time, and now they want to take it all to themselves by killing the innocent people and taking them away. That is why we are speaking up about this very issue, and we are not being politically correct about it. We do not want to play it down. We say it just the way it is. That is why we are here. And for those of us who are Biafrans, if you have not joined the 150 days prayer, please kindly join the prayer. The prayer is moving ahead. Today is 130 days. And if you have not joined, you have to join. We are almost getting to the end of the prayer, and already a lot is happening. I must tell you that prayer is doing a lot of wonders. And that prayer is the reason why many people are still standing up to today. Please pray with our son Martin. Connect with him. He started with that prayer with us, and we have to pray along with him. That is the only way we can be able to be connected to him and make him free as soon as possible. Our son Martin will surely be free. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. He must definitely be free. You can see what is unfolding in the country of Nigeria. A lot is happening. A lot is happening. As the election is coming on, a lot of propaganda is being pushed from all angles, from right, left, and center. Propaganda against the IPOB, propaganda against the ESM, propaganda against our Senator Mazen Nandekano. All are lies. And we will not allow all those propagandas to fly. We will not allow them to fly. No matter how they try to demonize the ESN and IPOB, we will not allow them to succeed. That is why we come out on a daily basis to speak about this issue. As you all know, our Supreme Mazen Nandekano was kidnapped in Kenya. He traveled to Kenya with his British passport. He is not a Nigerian. He is British Biafran. They went and kidnapped him from Kenya and sent him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition. And today, he is in DSS. As you all know, we cannot protest in Nigeria in an open place. That is why Biafrans are not protesting outside. They cannot protest. Each time Biafrans have made moves to make a protest, they are being killed. Not just Biafran. Every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria that makes a move to make any protest, they have been mowed down. The most recent is that of the Shias. The Shia just made protests some days ago, and they were killed in good numbers. The military opened fire. They do this every and again, and more especially they enjoy doing this to the Biafrans. That is why Chukwuka Biama revealed the issue of seats at home to Asuna Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And since that issue has been revealed, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have used sit at home as the strongest tool to aid opinion of the Biafrans. And today, as our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in captivity, that is the only way we can go to air our opinion and speak to the world and let them know what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. That is the only way we can ask for the immediate and unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But as always, they are coming with their propaganda. Telling us what can we achieve by sitting at home. You see somebody like the Obiano going to peddle lies against the Biafrans, telling us that you cannot achieve anything through sit at home. Said who? Already, we are achieving a lot through the sit at home, the little one we have done. It is because of that sit at home that you are today discussing the issue of Biafra. Some of them came out, saw Soludo where he was talking that why will you be suffering yourself? Sitting at home is affecting your own economy and all that. Soludo, you should know better what is called civil disobedience. And if you are fighting for freedom sincerely, you have to suffer yourself. You have to pay a price for your freedom. Have you asked yourself, why is it that when people are being arrested and put in prison, some of them go on hunger strike? The hunger strike, you can tell me, it doesn't affect the other prisoners. It doesn't affect the person that put him in prison. It doesn't affect his captivity. Why are people embarking on hunger strike? And why is it that each time a prisoner embarks on hunger strike, attention is paid to him? Have you asked yourself? Sit at home is our own hunger strike. It's our hunger strike. And that is the only way we can owe an opinion. Already, the whole world is speaking about the issue of Asuna Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because Biafrans have refused to keep silent. We are campaigning, protesting all over the world about the abduction, kidnapping of Asuna Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the extraordinary rendition. In Biafra land, Biafrans are sitting at home. That is why the political set are on hot seats. That is why they can discuss about the issue of the people of that zone. That is why people are still talking about Asuna Mazi Nnamdi. If not for the sit at home, nobody will be discussing the issue of Asuna Mazi Nnamdi. It will have been swept under carpet like every other cases. But because Biafrans are sitting at home, you cannot mention the issue of the plight of the Biafra without mentioning that of Asuna Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Biafra. He is every single soul living in the old southeastern region. They are all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You took them and you kept them in prison. And now you are telling them not to sit at home to air their opinion. Sitting at home is a civil disobedience. We can punish ourselves to get what we want. It takes sacrifice for you to get what you want or to get your freedom. Nobody will give you your freedom in a platter of gold. It doesn't happen anyway. Some of them who came to give examples, like Obiano giving an example that sit at home was not applied in Israel and that. Israel are fighting their war openly. Till today, they are still fighting their war. Obiano talking about Israel. What war are you fighting for the Biafrans? What war are you fighting for the southeastern region? Israel don't take nonsense. You can see them every now and again going after the enemy. What are you doing, Obiano? The only thing that the people of Biafra are doing, which is sit at home, civil disobedience. Just like the hunger strike that a prisoner can give to himself to air his opinion. That is what we are doing in Biafra land. And you are here discouraging it without any single solution. We ask for the release of Asuna Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even taking him to the correctional center. You were not able to speak up on that. You were not able to stand on that. A man who was kidnapped, he has not committed any offense known to man to Kenya. He has not committed any offense known to man in Nigeria. Even in the court, they were not able to prosecute him. That was why he was granted bail. And they came to his home to kill him. Today, nobody is talking about, nobody is making a case for him. They have kidnapped him and brought him to Nigeria. You're not making a case. Then when Biafrans are sitting at home to aid their opinion, you are talking them down. God have mercy on you. And today, you see what they are doing in Anambra State. The politicians are coming together to destroy Anambra State in order to frame up IPOB and ESN. But as Chukwuka Biama might have it, Chukwuka Biama is not sleeping. He knows all and he can see everything that's happening. Today, everything that they are being planned, they are revealing it by themselves. The same political elites, the same elite in the southeastern region, the same Ohanese who came together to plot evil against ESN, against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and against IPOB. they are coming to make confession on national television on daily basis. You see the recent video of Umahi, where Umahi is telling you that the people who are causing the destruction, the killing, the lose of life in the southeastern region are the political elites. Umahi said it on national television. It's a long video. Maybe some of you didn't pay attention. I'm going to try to get that portion and play for you to know what Umahi said. IPOB, ESN has been exonerated once again. And not only that, Umahi told us in that very video that they are planning to bring anti-Biafra protests. They are going to form another group that is going to be acting against Biafra, to be killing people. Already they have done it through their unknown gunmen. But it's not enough. You see them confessing. Watch that brief video once again to remind you.
All right, welcome back. Well, yes, we do have His Excellency Dave Umahi, Chairman of Southeast Governors Forum and Governor of Ebonyi State, joining us on the program today. Good morning, Your Excellency. Thank you for joining us on the program today. Now, yeah, for the umpteenth time, the forum has spoken about security in the Southeast. Yet, you have some of these matters just, it just seems to not go away. Why does it appear intractable addressing the challenges concerning security in the Southeast?
Well, I don't think that the security of Southeast is totally different from what is happening in other places in Nigeria. But in a way, I don't think it's impossible to address the challenges. It's a bit complicated.
So does the forum understand the complications and how are they addressing it?
Yeah, the first is the psyche of our people. Over time, there have been these issues of marginalization, the region not being treated equally with, other regions. And then, some people now decided to capitalize on that. At the initial time, it was an issue of, we have been marginalized, and then a lot of people keyed into that. Then along the line, it developed into violence. And then later, the same agitation has been hijacked, by, criminals, bandits, and kidnappers. So that's why I say it's a bit complicated.
I can ask you, Your Excellency, who are the people that Southeast governors have been able to identify as behind these heinous acts? You have referenced the fact that they are bandits and terrorists and all of that, and some would say that's escapist. It's only fair to just say, okay, those are the people that have been fomenting this trouble all over the nation. But speaking specifically for the Southeast, who are the people that are behind these heinous acts, and what could one say is the reason? What do they want?
Well, you see, at the beginning where we have the IPOP saying the agitation, they're agitating for the creation of Biafra, and their reason is that, we are being marginalized. And then a lot of people kidding. If anybody has differences, with the center, the person becomes a supporter of IPOP. If you sort anything, at the federal level, and you fail to get it, you become a supporter of IPOP. Those in diaspora that went for greener pastures and they failed to, get such, they will become very bitter with the Nigerian society. And so the followers, kept, growing. And then the issue of herdsmen came up. And there were a couple of killings in Southeast. And the people were a bit helpless. And felt the governors were not protecting them. But you see, the governors were protecting them. But the governors, swore oath under the Constitution. And we're doing a lot of things that we're not going to be saying in public, but we did quite a lot to ensure that, that there is peace between the herdsmen and our farmers. But that's not the way some people that were aggrieved wanted us to go. But that's the way we should go. If you recall what is happening elsewhere between the herdsmen and the farmers, you will see that the governors of Southeast really did well. So then came up the IPOB with ESN, which is the militant aspect of the IPOB. And then they started to issue orders of threats. If you do this, we will do this, and all kind of stuff. And so along the line, the whole exercise is being hijacked. In Southeast, you no longer have kidnappers, cultists. Everyone that, does one criminality or the other claims to be IPOB. And also, some politicians, from what we learned, also capitalized on that and began to also import killers from outside Southeast, to advance their political interests. Like what we are seeing in Anambra State from the accounts of yesterday. I don't have details. And so these are, the situations we found ourselves.
All right, but Your Excellency, there are those who are of the opinion that the Southeast governors actually have to take a huge part of responsibility as to how this has festered, because they think when this was...
This is the situation. But it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter how they try. They will always fail. They will always fail. They have tried as much as possible to hold our Sibda Mazi Nnamdi Kanu guilty of an offense. None whatsoever. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for a legitimate right, which is self-determination through referendum. He was never violent from day one up to date. He has never killed anybody from day one up to date. He set up the Eastern Security Network to fight against the terrorists in the bushes, not in the houses, not to kill innocent people. But instead of supporting him, these same governors who refused to protect the people came after the Eastern Security Network, tried to form all manner of group to demonize the Eastern Security Network. Where are we today? They have used their election in Anambra State, which Biafrans said that they are not ready to participate anymore. They do not want to be part of the election. They can continue to do their selection as long as they like. Let them continue to do their selection. That is what they have been doing. They are not speaking for you and I. They are speaking for themselves. We said we don't want to be part of the election. What did they do? They have now come with that same language of hijack. Umahi confirmed it, saying that people hijack the peaceful struggle of Biafra. They admit that the Biafrans have freedom. That is why Chukwu Okuka Abiyama is so wonderful. Chukwu Okuka Abiyama is so great. Umahi, in that very interview, admitted that the agitation for Biafra restoration is peaceful. He talked of hijack. We know people who are good in hijacking issues. The only people that are good in hijacking issues is the federal government and no other one else. He went ahead in the confession to reveal to us that the politicians are responsible for things that are happening in that part of the world. In Biafra land today, the killings that are happening in Biafra land is caused by the politicians. A governor said it. You see, in most cases, they bring these things and they are the one that they give the question and they answer it. IPOB has never been guilty of anything, neither ESN guilty of anything. The only people who accuse them and also exonerate them is these same politicians. They have come again, showing you that they are the one who are involved in the whole thing. They are playing their game, politics. This is why we do not want to be part of Nigeria, because there is nothing good that comes out of Nigeria. Nigeria is not a democracy. Nigeria is not a democracy and has never been from onset. Even when they are celebrating their so-called democratic game, what democracy do you have? What constitution do you use to establish a democracy? Who signed up to the constitution you are calling the democratic constitution? That is the foundation. The constitution you are using to pursue the so-called democracy is not a good constitution. It is not written by the people. There is no democracy in the constitution you are using. So why are you using that constitution, a military constitution, to pursue a democratic setting? How does it work? How does it work in any way, in any normal human being sense? How does it work? This is why we are calling for disintegration. Let the people decide where they want to be. And because they are trying by all means to demonize the IPOB, you see, recently, their IGF, who is a member of a party, Attorney General of the Federation, who is supposed to be advising the Federation on what to do, regardless your party, regardless your ethnicity, regardless your group, But this AGF have always come out on the national television. It's either he's defending the Asoro, or he's defending the Fulani, or he's defending the herdsmen, or he's defending the Bieti Allah, or he's defending APC. This is what the Attorney General of the Federation is doing. And you still call yourself a one Nigerian. He has come out to say that they want to declare a state of emergency in Anambra State. That he wants to declare a state of emergency in Anambra State. Maybe some of you didn't hear it. I'm going to play the video for you to know what is going on.
When our national security is attacked and the sanctity of our constitutionally guaranteed democracy is threatened, no possibility is ruled out. As a government, we have a responsibility to ensure the sustenance of our democratic order. As a government, we have a responsibility to provide security to lives and properties. So within the context of these constitutional obligations of the government and the desire to establish democratic norms and order, there is no possibility that is outruled. The government will certainly do the needful in terms of ensuring that our elections are held in Anambra, in terms of ensuring necessary security is provided, and in terms of ensuring protection is accorded to lives and properties. So what I'm saying in essence, no possibility is outruled by government in terms of ensuring the sanctity of our democratic order, in terms of ensuring that our elections in Anambra holds, and you cannot out all possibilities, inclusive of the possibility of declaration of state of emergency, where it is established in essence that there is failure on the part of the state government to ensure the sanctity of security of lives, properties, and democratic order. So our position as a government is, if these elections are going to hold and necessary security in terms of democratic order must certainly prevail for the purpose of this election. So we are resolved to have the election. The elections are going to hold, and no possibilities are ruled out in terms of ensuring the provision of security for the purpose of the conduct of the election as far as Anambra is concerned.
That is it. He didn't rule out state of emergency. This is how they bring their propaganda and what they want to do. They say it and they chip it in to see the reaction of the people. He has not chipped it in. State of emergency in Anambra State. For what? For what reason? As I know, in northern Nigeria, up to today, hundreds of people are killed on daily basis. Even as at yesterday, people were killed in good numbers. Benue State have cried until they lost tears. There has never been any state of emergency in Benue State. Plateau State have cried until they lost tears. There has never been any state of emergency in Plateau State. Zamfara have cried until tears dried up. People are dying. Even as we speak, people are still dying in numbers, hundreds every day. There is no state of emergency. Nigerian jet fighters have been shot down by bandits. There is no state of emergency. But in Anambra State, which they are creating disorder, which they themselves are killing people, creating insecurity, they want to put a state of emergency. And when we reveal this secret, some people think it's a propaganda. It is not a propaganda. And what happened? The next thing, their Janjaweed partner in Anambra State, Obiano, who is a member of the Bieti Allah, Obiano went and run to their father in Abuja. He went to run to their father in Abuja to dialogue and speak. To show you that this game is just between them and them. It doesn't have, the insecurity doesn't have anything to do with Biafrans. It doesn't have anything to do with IPOB. It doesn't have anything to do with ESM. He went to his father in Abuja to discuss with him. On coming out, he went and he came and began to brag and tell us that there is nothing like that. That his father in Abuja assured him that there will be no state of emergency. Maybe he must have given him another condition on how to let them get Anambra State. He must have signed another signature on what to do in Anambra State. That was what he went to do. Watch Willie Obiano, what he had to say to you.
Yes. Good morning, men of the Fourth Realm. I came here this morning to brief the President on a few things. First, I thanked Mr. President for completing one segment of Umunya to Oka Road. And I pleaded with him to also commence work on the other segment so that the road will be fully done. You know, I also thanked him for making Anambra an oil producing state with 15 wells. You know, commended him for the support he's given to my administration all these years. You know, as you guys know, by March 17, it will be all over, and I would have finished my second term. You know, I also commended Mr. President for his forthrightness and the continuous support with respect to things on election. You know, we briefed after briefing the President on the state of political activities in Anambra, he reassured one more time that election will hold in Anambra State, and that election will be free and fair. The President has always made that point, and to testify to that, he told me the same during my re-election, and we won, APGA won 21/21. You know, if you ask me some other questions, I can now be able to tell you a few things. Yes. Let me take the comment on the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation. The comment by Salami is very unfortunate. He shouldn't have made that assertion at all, because we don't have any challenge in Anambra. What happened for the period of 2 weeks is just a flash in the pan. Anambra has always been the safest state in Nigeria under my leadership for 7.5 years. You know, so this little hiccup will not warrant his comment there. Why didn't he make those comments in Kaduna, in Jos, in Igbo State, you know, in Zamfara? Why is he making that kind of assertion? And we have election by the corner, you know. So there's no reason to make that assertion, you know. What you asked about the separatists, the answer I'm giving you is that I don't know what you mean by leadership failure. My state is doing very well, and as a matter of fact, you are very aware of my international cargo and passenger airport, the best in Nigeria, second longest runway after Lagos, 3.7 kilometers, tallest tower built with concrete up through, you know, and very soon to be commissioned. You know, the International Conference Center, we have leadership, you know, so that's not the issue at all, you know. But let me say this again: the comment by Honorable Attorney General is unfortunate. He shouldn't have made that comment, because there's no basis to make that. Thank you. I don't know what you mean by they are being emboldened, but whatever it is, I have not had challenges with whoever, and whoever is causing trouble, no matter who he is, we're going to flush out. That's all I can tell you. Well, I just finished a meeting with the President, and I mentioned it, you know, and the President didn't suggest that. The President is firm. He wants a peaceful election in Anambra State. He wants a free and fair election in Anambra State. That's the President for you. But if people in his party are going around making insinuations, using his name to do things, the President clearly told me that he does not support that. Full stop. Every time, any day. There's no party, there's no other party in Anambra, only APGA is there. APC, there's no APC. It's not true. It's not 20 members of House of Assembly. But let me tell you, it's a ploy. Those people that that went to APC now, they went to collect money because they saw the additional money, 100 million. They are still APGA. They are giving us information on what is happening in the APC camp. They are still APGA. Well, I won't be able to make an assertion on what I do not know about. I'm talking about Anambra, and I told you that the incident of the last few weeks, are miscreants that came from neighboring states, bordering Anambra, and we know them, and we're going to flush them out. By the way, you are aware that I put a bounty of 20 million for naira for anybody that will give us information that will lead to the arrest of these miscreants. And I believe that 20 million is good enough for people to give us information. And as soon as we get that information, we're going to deal ruthlessly with whoever those people are. What I can tell you is that I'm emboldened by my meeting with the president today to confirm to you that the Mr. President is free, is a fair man. He believes in free and fair election. He doesn't want intimidation. He used that word to me. He said he does not want anybody to intimidate anybody, that he respects everybody. He gave me an example that he ran for presidency 3 times. It was only on the 4th time he won. So why should the people be forced to do what they don't want to do? So what these members of his party are doing, the president does not support that. I can tell you that. Thank you.
After looking at all these people, you see that these people are a bunch of jokers and evil men. Bunch of jokers and evil men. This is the reason why the Biafrans are asking out of this very contraction called Nigeria. We don't want to be part of it, and we will never be part of it. It doesn't matter the propaganda they bring. It doesn't matter the lies they are pushing. It doesn't matter how they paint it. We don't want to be part of it, and that is it. We are saying we want our referendum. Self-determination through referendum. But if they choose otherwise, we cannot run away for it. Biafrans cannot give their blood for one Nigeria anymore. You can no longer continue to establish your one Nigeria in the blood of Biafrans. We will not accept that. It doesn't matter what you bring. Thank God today, the Dudua people are also waking up. The Dudua people are waking up. You see Sunday Igboho crying from his own angle. Sunday Igboho, as we speak, is still in detention in Benin Republic. Recently, we got information that he was sick. Asking for medical care. They didn't allow him medical care. He is sick. And look at the information he was bringing from there. Telling us what they are planning outside. You saw them when they held Sunday Igboho at Benin Republic. You saw the people, elites in Yoruba land. The elite in Southwest traveling to Benin Republic for negotiation. What we are there negotiating? They were negotiating the detention of Sunday Igboho. That is what we were negotiating. They were negotiating the detention of Sunday Igboho until they conduct their election. They are hoping that they are going to push forward Tinubu agenda. That the family from the Southwest is going to be their president. That is why they do not want to listen to the voice of the masses, which is calling for self-determination in the Southwest. The political elites came together to go to Benin Republic and negotiate, including Obasanjo, who is the evil man, to negotiate the detention of Sunday Igboho until they finish their election. Using Sunday Igboho as a bet. Sunday Igboho, being a wise man, knows what is going on. The Republic is holding him without committing any offense. They say they're holding him for security reasons. He doesn't want to have an asylum in Benin Republic. He didn't come to Benin Republic to settle that. He was passing by. Why don't you allow him to continue his journey to where he's going, if you mean well? But as you know, Africans will always be Africans. The most destructive and deadly tribe we have in the world, Africans. They don't look up for each other. They only think about what their stomach will eat for that very moment. They don't even think about their futures. They don't think about their futures. That is why Sunday Igboho is still being held in the Republic today. Coming down to the Biafrans. Biafrans are speaking up at all manner. But see what our political elite is doing. These politicians, it doesn't matter their tribe, it doesn't matter their religion, it doesn't matter where they belong. They are doing the same thing. Pushing us down, making sure that the voice of the masses are not heard, trying to destroy the masses as much as they can, but they will never succeed. It doesn't matter what they do, it doesn't matter the strategy they bring, they will never succeed. We will continue to speak up. We will continue to speak up, and there will be no election in Anambra State. Biafrans have agreed and signed it. They can go ahead and begin to appoint and do whatever they want to do. And they sit at home to air our opinion, to air our disapproval for the kidnap and the illegal detention of Asuna Martin Nadekan in DSS. We will continue to sit at home on Monday. People will continue to sit at home on Monday. Anybody who wants to join the sit at home on Monday. If you want to tighten it up the more. That is the only way you can save yourself. As you can know, they have brought war to us. What can we do? We have to sit at home the more to let the world know what is happening, and that is how we can save ourselves. Stay safe. If you want to save your life, stay safe. Stay away from anything that has to do with politics. It doesn't matter the party, stay away from it. Sit at home when the sit at home is being called. That is going to be secure in the southeastern region. Thank you so much for where you're watching from. Wherever you're watching me from. If you're watching from Asia, watching from America, watching from Australia, watching from Canada, I thank you very much. Go to the comment section and air your own opinion. Say it the way you feel it. And may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bless our son Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our son Nnamdi Kanu. Give him good health. Bring him back to us very, very soon as we are waiting. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from, and remember blessed. Don't forget to share the video to all platforms. Share it so that people can hear us and know our own opinion. Remember blessed. Bye. See you again on the next video.